everybody. It's March 22nd, 2015. Spring just arrived, and I have the brand new lineup of Echo 58-volt outdoor power equipment here to show you. What this is really going to be is an overview video. I will follow this up with individual reviews for each of these with runtime testing. But today we're just going to be going over each of these tools, and then we're going to see them actually being used. Now the different tools are going to be a chainsaw, a leaf blower, a hedge trimmer, a weed eater, as well as a push mower. So next I'm going to give you some closer up looks at each of these, and then we're going to see how they actually perform. The mower has a 21-inch cut, and it can be positioned 3/4 of an inch off the ground for a low setting, all the way up to 4 inches high. So just depending on how high you like your grass, you can adjust this accordingly. Now when you do want to change the height, you do need to change each tire. It does not have just a lever that changes the height of the entire mower all at once. Much like a standard gas mower, you must go around to each tire and raise or lower them accordingly. Now the other thing I want to point out, on the front here, they do have the place where you put the battery. Now this will run off of just one battery, but if you want double the run time, you can install a second battery. And then when the first one dies, all you need to do is pull this little key out, flip it around, and then it's going to activate the other side. Now it is also adjustable as far as height goes. So let's say you're a tall person like me, I'm 6'2", I would have this set all the way up. But my wife, who's 5'4", we can set that down so it's very comfortable for her to use. Now lastly, I want to point out, we do have it set up for a bagger. But let's say you don't want to bag it and you want to mulch the actual grass clippings. You can yank this right off with one hand, close the lid on the back, and just that quickly go from bagging mode to mulching mode in just a matter of seconds. Now my wife's going to show you how easy it is to operate the push mower. The chainsaw's coming in at just over 13.5 pounds, and what's real nice is the fact that it does have a full-size 16-inch bar and chain. Now if you ever need to service this, let's say tighten it up or loosen it or replace it, in order to remove these nuts right here out in the field or maybe out in the woods, they do have a special tool already pre-installed in the handle that's going to allow you to do that. Now the other thing I want to point out, because this is using their 4 amp hour high capacity battery pack, they can get up to 112 cuts through a standard 6-inch log on just one battery charge. Now finally, as far as the safety feature goes, they do have a chain brake installed. So let's say you're using this and you do have a kickback situation. That's going to hit your wrist, it's going to activate the chain brake, and it's going to instantly kill power to the chain and the motor. The other thing you need to keep in mind, let's say you put this in your truck and you're hauling it down the road. When you go to pull it out of your vehicle, if your hand accidentally pulls in on the trigger, as long as the chain brake is on, it's not going to activate. You must pull the chain brake back before it's actually going to give power to the motor or the chain. Now let's see how the chainsaw does slicing through this log. The weed eater's coming in at just over 13 pounds, and because it does have a 4 amp hour battery pack, you are going to get up to 90 minutes of continuous runtime on just one charge. Now the nice thing is they have this set up to use 2 different sizes of strings. So let's say you're using the thinner homeowner grade 0.80 string, you can get up to a 14-inch cut. But if you bump that up to the 0.95 string like a landscaper would use, this will actually increase the cut width up to 16 inches. Now let's see what type of performance the weed eater is going to give us. The blower will give you up to 1 hour of runtime on low and up to 15 minutes of runtime on high. And when it is on high, the wind coming out of the end of the nozzle is coming out at about 120 miles an hour or 450 cubic feet per minute. Now overall the unit weighs 11 pounds and it is running off their standard 2 amp hour battery pack. Here's the leaf blower blowing some leaves that have been laying down since the fall. The Hedge trimmer comes in at about 11.5 pounds. The blade on it is actually 24 inches long, and it can cut things up to 3/4 of an inch. You can see the blade guard will slide on and off very easily. And then because it does have a 2 amp hour battery, which is their compact battery pack, that can still power this for up to 90 minutes of continuous runtime. And finally, let's see what type of job the Hedge trimmer does trimming this bush. So now you've seen a preview of Echo's brand new lineup of 58-volt outdoor power equipment. And this does carry a 5-year warranty against manufacturer defects for residential use. And if you happen to be using them for commercial use, they're still going to give you a full 2-year warranty. Every one of the tools does feature a brushless motor, and they are going to be available at the Home Depot or the Home Depot online. Now keep in mind, this is designed to be an overview video. I will be following it up with full video reviews on each of these with extended runtime testing. If you like this video, please click like. If you like my channel, please click subscribe. And thanks for watching.